and welcome to Gaga Knits. My name's Anita and this is a slightly different video for me this week. I'm not feeling my greatest and I wanted to just pop on and see you or speak to you in this case before I go to the knitting and stitching show. So I have spent a lot of time sat here the last few days, and this is my scrappy granny stripe crochet blanket, and I'm just putting some of the yarn from my last pair of socks in it, but I shall talk about that in a little while. And it's all just going to be a little compilation of videos this week, so I hope you enjoy it. I hope you're all well, and I'll speak to you properly face to face very soon. I have finished my friend's Christmas socks. These are the Vanilla Latte socks by Virginia Rose Jeans, and her foot is a size 7, so it doesn't quite fit on my sock blockers. I have washed them and I have cut the label from the ball band with the washing instructions, so when I wrap them up I shall stick that in there as well so she knows how to look after them. And that's my first Christmas present under the belt. These are the knitting projects I want to finish before Christmas. So it's my mum's jumper. I'm doing the Drops Deep Woods sweater, and it's just plain knitting in the round with a cable sleeve. I did the gauge swatch. I used 5mm straight needles for the gauge swatch, but I will be using circular needles to do the jumper. And as Leslie from Not Quite Enough Yarn podcast recommended, machine wash the gauge swatch to make sure it doesn't shrink, because I bought this yarn from Aldi thinking it was 100% acrylic, but it is actually 75% acrylic and 25% wool, and I was worried that my mum wouldn't be able to put it in the machine, but it seems fine. And it's just a little bit damp, so that's fine. I washed it at 30. Then I've got Harry's balaclava that he wants. I thought I had some DK acrylic in my stash, but I didn't, so I've just bought this cheap ball. I only want acrylic because, one, I don't think he's going to wear it that much, but also I don't want it to be itchy on his face. So I've just started doing that on 4mm needles. Just started doing the rib, and I really want to finish this jumper, the Betty and Judy Lodge sweater. I started this last Christmas, got this far. I just need to do the sleeves and then that's finished. So they're the three that, well, this one has been on the go for a long time, but my two new starts, and this one isn't even started yet, but I'm going to start that today. The three I want to do, and there is another one I want to do out of the Susan Crawford book, but I shall come on to that when I tell you what I want to buy in the knitting and stitching show on Sunday. I am going to the knitting and stitching show in Alexandra Palace on the Sunday the 13th of October. Very excited. I've already done my shopping list, and I plan to buy some fabric to make the Hinterland dress. I like this version here, but I'm not going to do the buttons down the bottom half, just the top. So I'm going to get some fabric for that. And the rest are all jerseys. I'm going to make another Green Line Studios Lark tee, really nice straightforward t-shirt, and I'm going to make the long sleeved round neck version. I'm going to make the Tilly and Buttons Agnes top. I might try doing the ruching, probably not on the shoulders, because if I have just smooth shoulders I can put a cardigan or a jumper over the top. We are coming into the colder weather, so I'm going to get some jersey for that. I'm going to make another one of the Somerset pattern tops. These are so beautiful. I made one, but the jersey wasn't stretchy enough really, and I love these sleeves, the long channel there and the gathering, just like that one I want to make. So I'm going to look for some fabric for that as well. And then I was so excited to get this new book from the latest knitting book from Susan Crawford, A Stitch in Time, the Colourwork edition, and there's so many beautiful projects in here. I like this jumper. Well, I like everything really, but there were a couple of things I really wanted to make. I love that jumper. I'd like to do it in a really dark green and cream. There's that jumper, I really love that, holding two strands together. It's a bit hard to show you without showing the pattern. I really like that one, and I love the colours. I would like to use Susan Crawford yarn, but it's very expensive. And I'm going to do these gloves here, and this is what I'm going to buy the wool for in the knitting and stitching show, hopefully. I also love that jumper, and I like the colours that she's done it in. I've made that one already. I did it in the sleeves longer. Beautiful, beautiful book. Well worth the money if you're thinking of purchasing one.